Hello, I'm Shreyang, and I'm the Secretary for the Youth Science Organization. Today, we'll be discussing computer components. Why learn about the parts of your PC? The usage of electronic devices is growing day by day, with higher end technologies being produced faster than we can fathom. This is a perfect reason as to why learning about the parts of your PC is not only important, but almost necessary as markets evolve and adapt, depending on consumer wants or needs. A few specifics as to why you should learn about the parts of your PC. Troubleshooting. When issues arise with your PC's performance or functionality, having hardware knowledge allows you to diagnose and fix problems more effectively. You can identify whether issues are related to specific components and take appropriate actions. Optimization. Knowing your hardware specifications enables you to optimize your PC's performance. You can adjust settings, upgrade components, and manage resources to achieve better speed and responsiveness. And finally, upgrades. As technology advances, hardware components become outdated. Being familiar with your PC's hardware helps you identify which components can be upgraded to enhance performance or accommodate new software requirements. These are only a few of the reasons to educate yourself about the components of your computer. Even after watching this video, further research in this topic is surely recommended. This is the motherboard. This is a big circuit board that connects and powers all the different parts of your computer, like the CPU, memory, and storage. It's like a city central hub where roads, electricity, and water supply all meet. The motherboard has lots of tiny lines and connections that let information flow between different parts of your computer. Similar to puzzle pieces fit in the specific spots of the puzzle board, components like the CPU, RAM, and graphics card fit into the specific slots and connectors on the motherboard. This lets them work together and communicate so your computer can do all sorts of tasks, from browsing the internet to playing games. This is the CPU, also known as the Central Processing Unit. Imagine your computer as a kitchen. The Central Processing Unit is like the chef in the kitchen. It's the brain of your computer that does all the thinking and decision making. Just like a chef follows recipes and prepares dishes, the CPU follows instructions from different programs and applications you use. It takes care of all the calculations, like adding numbers or figuring out how to show pictures and videos on your screen. When you click on an icon, like opening a web browser, it's the CPU that makes sure your browser starts up and is ready for you to use. When you play a game, the CPU is responsible for making the characters move and the game runs smoothly. These are different There are different companies that make different models of CPUs. The most prominent companies that do so are Intel, AMD, TSM, Qualcomm, Nvidia, and Broadcom. These produce different generations of CPUs, one being better than the other. Random access memory. Now imagine you're working at a desk. The bigger your desk, the more papers and tools you can have at hand without needing to constantly get up and fetch them. RAM is like that desk for your computer. It stores information that your computer needs right now, like open programs and files, so it can quickly access them without having to go back to the slower storage where everything else is kept. The more RAM your computer has, the more things it can work on at once without slowing down. So, like a bigger desk helps you work more efficiently, more RAM helps your computer run smoother and handle multiple tasks without getting overwhelmed. RAM is often measured in gigabytes, more on that later, with the standard being 8 gigabytes, or GB for short. However, if supported by your motherboard, it is able to be replaced easily by RAM sticks that contain a higher amount of RAM, ultimately boosting the speed of your computer. So this is how a stick of RAM looks like, and this is an example of a stick of RAM in the motherboard. So before moving on, let's take a moment to cover what the modern measuring system for computer storage is. Information is measured in what are known as bytes. A byte is a small unit of digital information. It's like a box that can hold one letter or number. So the smallest possible unit is called a bit, and one byte is equal to 8 bits. So there's 8 of these bits in one byte. So think of bytes as little Lego pieces that make up the amazing structures in the digital world, whether it's a word, a picture, a song, or even a video. When computers talk to each other, they're really just sharing little boxes of information, like the bytes, to make things happen. So this is how the conversion goes. One byte is 8 bits. 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. 1 megabyte is 1024 kilobytes. 1 gigabyte is 1024 megabytes. And 1 terabyte is 1024 gigabytes. Let's talk about storage. Hard disk drive and the solid state drive. A hard disk drive, also known as an HDD, is a device in your computer that stores information for the long term. It's like a digital storage computer when you keep your files, such as documents, pictures, and videos. Just as you might save your belongings in a physical storage box, your computer stores its data on a hard drive. When you want to access your user files, the computer retrieves the information from the hard drive and shows it to you on the screen. Hard drives are, however, nowadays less commonly used compared to solid state drives, which are much more popular because of their speed. An SSD, or solid state drive, is a type of storage for computers. Unlike traditional hard drives and spinning disks, an SSD uses special memory chips to store your data. These memory chips are similar to the ones used in USB drives and memory cards. The SSDs are faster than traditional hard drives because they don't have moving parts. When you want to access your files, an SSD can retrieve the data very quickly, almost like flipping through the pages of a book. This speed makes your computer start faster, open programs more quickly, and generally feel snappier. Both systems of storage are measured in gigabytes, with the standard HDD storage being 1000 gigabytes, almost a terabyte, and standard SSD being 512 gigabytes. Now let's talk about your graphics card. A graphics card, also known as a GPU, is a specialized component in your computer that's responsible for handling all the visuals you see on your screen. It's like a powerful artist that turns data into images and videos. When you play a game, watch a movie, or even just move your mouse cursor, the graphics card takes care of those pictures and animations. It processes a lot of information really quickly to make everything look smooth and realistic. The better your graphics card, the more detailed and lifelike your visuals can be. Just like a skilled artist with better tools can create more amazing artwork, a powerful graphics card makes your computer capable of showing high quality graphics and videos. So this is an example of a graphics card. Now, since it's so powerful, it needs a fan in of itself, but some computers have embedded graphics cards that are little less powerful, but they don't require fans. And NVIDIA is one of the prominent producers of graphics cards. So this is an example of an NVIDIA graphics card. Here are some additional parts to learn more about later. A power supply, also known as a PSU, is a component in a computer that converts electricity from an outlet into the right amount and type of power needed by the various parts inside the computer. A sound card is a computer component that processes and manages audio, allowing you to hear sounds from your computer such as music, videos, and games. A system fan is a device in a computer that helps keep the internal components cool by moving air to dissipate heat generated during operation. And finally, a heatsink is a component that absorbs and disperses heat generated by computer hardware to prevent overheating. Thank you for watching.